welcome to another episode. Today we're going to discuss vision improvement versus LASIK eye surgery. So what is the cost of that, and is there anything we should be taking into account before we proceed with either of these two vision improvement methods? To introduce myself again, my name is Peter. I used to have -2 diopter myopia. I wore glasses for 23 years, but now I have reversed my myopia. Today I see 20/20 naturally every single day. I never wear glasses or contacts, and I've never had laser eye surgery. So if you want to find out how you can do the same, check out links in the description below, where you can find links to my courses which show you how you can do the same. So back to today's episode. What is vision improvement if we're going to compare it against LASIK? Well, vision improvement is, in this context, restoring your vision back to 20/20 for someone who has myopia. If you have seen clearly without glasses at some time in the past, it's likely that you don't have any medical condition with your eyes and your eyes aren't broken. It's just a matter of reversing the myopia. I'm going to talk about in videos to come the science behind how you become myopic, and how the science also demonstrates that it is a reversible condition, if we're going to call it that, for the eyes. So that is what vision improvement and what taking the basics course that I offer would do for you. LASIK, on the other hand, is a laser surgery which cuts into the cornea of your eye, which is just at the front of your eye. This refracts the light onto your retina in a different way than what your eye is doing at the moment, and this gives you clear vision. It's pretty much the same as having a permanent contact lens, in effect, how the mechanics work of how you see clearly after laser eye surgery. Some people have very successful surgeries and can see perfectly afterwards. However, there is a number of people who don't have that positive outcome, and for those people the side effects can be very distressing. So some of the side effects include, but aren't limited to, starburst night vision, where lights become really glary and there's lots of lines scattering from them, and it can be quite distressing for the viewer to observe light at night time like this. Many people suffer from dry eyes as well, which for a lot of people is only short term after the surgery, but for others can continue, and they have to apply eye drops on a daily basis to keep their eyes lubricated and stop them from becoming itchy. Other people have issues with how the nerve endings in the cornea heal after the surgery. So for these people, the nerve endings haven't linked back up together properly, and they can have quite painful eyes. And again, there's no real solution to this, so it is definitely a risk that's worth considering before you would proceed with this type of procedure. And then also, some people have bulging corneas after the surgery. So that is due to a weakening of the eye happening from the surgery, and then the pressure within the eye pushes out and the cornea bulges. So this will distort the patient's vision, and it can also lead to problems with the cornea. Some people have had to have cornea transplants after having LASIK surgery. So some people become myopic once more after having laser surgery. So the problem with laser eye surgery, in my view, is that if you don't address the cause, you cannot fix the problem. I've put an Instagram post up about this, and I have a video entitled "How do you become short-sighted?" I'll put a link on the screen here now. So this discusses how you become myopic in the first place. If you don't learn how this happens and learn how you prevent it yourself, then it's likely that after having laser that you could become myopic again. I know many people who this has happened to, especially if you are doing a lot of close-up vision, then it is likely that this can happen. And then there's the risks of other vision problems, such as retinal detachment further down the line. If you've had a high myopic prescription before laser surgery, then you will have high levels of hyperopic defocus, which I discussed in the video I'll put on the screen here, risks of myopia and short-sightedness. To sum up about LASIK, it was granted a license by the FDA in 1996 in the United States. However, some of the officials in the FDA who were involved in that approval procedure would like to retract that license at this point. They say that if they knew then what they know now, they would never have granted licenses for laser surgery. You can check links in the description below where you can read interviews and see video interviews with some of these people. Perhaps in 1996 it was deemed as a bit of a miracle surgery how people could reverse their myopia and have crystal clear vision without the need for wearing glasses or contact lens. However, in 2021, we're 25 years later, a quarter of a century later, and there's thousands of people who have reversed their myopia naturally. So that is another option that's out there, and it's something that people should consider. Weigh up the options for improving our eyesight and see which one suits you best. So finally, I'll just bring up a graphic on screen here, and you can see that the total cost of LASIK in 2021 is $6,000. It's $3,000 per eye versus my basics course, which is $250. So you can learn how to reverse your myopia for $250. I think you can agree that's a much smaller upfront cost. And then your vision after 4 years. So in this example, I'm talking about someone who had -3 diopter myopia as a starting point. With the basics course, you can expect to improve your vision by about 0.75 diopters per year. So for somebody with -3 diopter myopia, that would mean getting back to 20/20 after 4 years. However, comparing that to somebody with LASIK surgery, what will their vision be like after 4 years? As we've discussed, some people have great vision, some people have mediocre vision, might become myopic again, and then for a minority of people, unfortunately, they will have some long-lasting side effects, which are a huge nuisance and are quite debilitating. So finally, as I've talked about, those risks of LASIK are listed there on the left, and then with the basics eye course, you can get back to having 20/20 great vision without having to take drastic action in terms of procedures occurring to your eyes. So that's it for today's video. I hope that gave you some food for thought, and until the next time, I'll see you in the next video.